Okay. So, anyways, I'm supposed to be getting this compensation and pension stuff done for VA, and they're trying to tell me, because you know what my claim is, it's depression due to having herpes, being diagnosed since 1996. Actually, it was um, I want to say either the later part of September or the beginning part of October. Um, because I arrived back to the United States on the 13th of September, 1996. Spent 2 weeks, which approximately around 14 days with my husband, but I also had travel time, so we left on that Sunday or Saturday to get there for schooling, which I had a 5 week course during that time. And within that first week of being there is when I noticed that I had the problem, which I had never had before. At first, I thought it was just that I had ripped myself, because we were going at it for 2 weeks pretty much. And this was upon my return from Korea, because he was there with me, but he returned back 4 months prior to me returning. So um, he had 4 months of ho hopping. And with that, he picked up some things, like straight out. So, and it wasn't just one, it was actually more than one diagnosis at that time. The collapse and the trips. Um, so I had to get treated for all three, but one is an issue that remains. Now, I haven't had an outbreak in years, but the problem is I'm on the medication. So if I have to take the medication, which is a cyclobare, then there is an issue. I still need to be compensated because that was soldier on soldier. And on top of that, we were married. And he was one, if I would have reported it, should have been reprimanded or had some type of discipline action for going out and doing what he did. Okay. So, because they're not supposed to cheat in the first place. Especially by the military rules. So, okay. So, anyways, what I have is a dilemma now. The CMP officer or CMP personnel that is trying to do my records on Fort Knox at the VA clinic there, her name is Linda Cooper. Now, when I went to go see her, the information stated that I was diagnosed in 2000. I did not fill out that paperwork. Not at all whatsoever. Because the symptoms I wrote down was depression. And they tried to put psychotic on there. Of course, that's my ex-husband's third wife's family that's trying to jump on my records now. They forget that I know that they're trying to play me like the stock market. Circle T, TM. Circle T as in the trademark. I'm no longer a trade nor your mark. I'm over 36 years old. I have children. And all you've done was tear down my life because you all did not want to admit honestly and truthfully, because you all wanted to still do the politics of, ooh, well, if you sinned with this person and you knew they were married, then that's what you got. You see what I'm saying? The funny thing is, I went to him clean from day one before he asked me to marry him. Okay? And I remained clean. I kept myself healthy. All those other women that he kept venturing out with kept burning him. That's the issue. So he was bringing hell and damnation home into my house as to why I divorced him in the first place. Because I got sick of that. I'm like, and on top of that, not telling how many male buddies he had. Buddies. So, yeah. I didn't need hell and damnation from my husband. So apparently he didn't love me. And I figured that out after a while. You beat a person, steal their money, keep taking their money, and telling them they're nothing, they're fat, no one wants them, I'm the best thing you ever had. I don't think so. You're the worst thing anybody could ever have had, Daryl Andre Sumler. I never, ever, ever wish you on anyone else. That's why I smile and say, congratulations, because they never know what they're getting into. So anyways, I am going to get that money. The other women that have been going through that hell and damnation from other people, and they want to dog them out and call them their bottom bitch and all this other stuff and leave them down and out and destitute because they want to call them apartments or dumbbells. No, that's right. It's not dumbbells. It's dingbats. That's what they call them for apartments. Now, we're going to get real, because God's world, where they go, oh, well, you can be forgiven. You just go to a bigger church, and you find out their whole damn family's in there. And it's because they were all sleeping with each other. They embedded themselves together. I am not from that cloth. I am not a string from that cloth whatsoever. My bloodline is not with them. So they have no reason to be on my records. Only the Pettigrews and the Mitchells, or the Ortegas, which are the blacks, the Cherokee Indians, or the Philippines. Who are they? Not none of mine. Okay. So that means the Pettigrews, the Mitchells, and the Ortegas. Unless my mom's extended family directly, like the Lewises, which means they need to talk to me, the Hobbs, the Steels, the who else? Cabans. I don't know too much about Rainbow or Jordan, but and the Williams, well, we're just gonna keep that distant because there's a child molester in there, and they didn't want to admit to that either. How do I know? Because he did it to me. Raphael Valentino Williams Sr., or as they call him, Tino. He did that while I was a child before he got married. So you do the math. Before, and that was years that it went from when my mom lived in the trailer to, well, when we lived in the trailer by St. Christopher's to, and that was like second and third grade, or first and second grade. I want to say more second and third grade, to when we lived off of Logston to my grandma and grandpa's house. Well, we didn't really live there, but those are where the incidents occurred. They didn't occur in the old house, just in the new house that grandma and grandpa had, the apartment off of Logston, and that was off of Cherrywood. You actually enter off of Cherrywood Drive, and the Duval Trailer Park. So second, third grade, I'm 37 years old now. Okay. Bye. And I'm not the liar, but the church wants to cover it up. Every last one of them, because they want to claim king, but they keep forgetting when they try to claim king on a child, they can still go back to jail. Or not go back, go to jail. Because that's how they prove that they really did it.